Hello. So, this is Hazy Mind. I don't really know what it's about. But the dev very kindly gave me a key to play it for free. And it came out a couple of days ago, I believe. I think it came out on the 4th, maybe? So it's brand new. And we'll see how it goes. Like I say, I don't really know anything about it. And thank you so much, Deathclaw, for the sub. And yeah, Frosty does new messages now. I mean, apparently you're off the murder list and on the MVP list now. I don't know if I approve of Frosty dictating to me who is and isn't on my murder list. That's something me and Frosty are going to have a chat about. But yeah, thank you so much for the sub. It's very much appreciated. Let's get into this game. I also don't know how long the game is. Betetiro, that's who reached out to me and offered me the game. Content warning. Hazy Mind is designed for an adult audience. The content is for everyone and will include topics such as suicide, depression, blood, murder, and strong language. Let me put that in a message. Let's go. My thoughts fragment my mind like shards of glass. I can feel each suicidal thought slicing me from within. Oh, so we're starting good then. Wait, what? Why isn't it showing? Oh, there we go. Weird. Hang on, what? Why? Huh. Maybe this will work better. I'm tired of battling with my own mind, each day growing increasingly burdensome. I mean, at least it doesn't lull you into a false sense of security. You know, we know what this game is is involving. Antidepressants and sleeping pills, my daily allies, will yet again become today's escape from the world. If it seems like the stream has frozen or whatever, please let me know, because I won't necessarily notice. Like, not the whole stream, the game. And it's frozen twice so far, and I don't know why. Oh! Internally, I'm screaming in pain, but the fear of what death might bring holds me back. Is it worth the fight, even when everything inside is pleading for surrender? Death seems like a relief, but what if it's just a different kind of pain? Thoughts spin in my mind, but my heart keeps on beating. My hallucinations morph into terrifying creatures, squirming in my mind like worms, offering no peace. Fear paralyzes me, leaving me in the darkness with only my thoughts for company. A bottle of pills in my hand, my heart pounding in my chest, a terrifyingly real reminder of the life I wish to end. I understand how strongly emotions overwhelm me. I understand how long I've thought about this. But my brain continues to look for reasons not to do it. Well, good. In the end, my self-hatred still wins. The pills feel as icy as snow. Their coldness seeps through my skin, swiftly sweeping away the last remnants of doubt. Closing my eyes, I swallow them one by one. Dude! My mind starts to fog from the pills I've taken. strange moment of silence ensues. It's as if the world has slowed its rotation, giving me time to reconcile with my fate. I mean, they weren't joking with the content warning. The sensation of the pills in my throat feels like a sharp blow to the back, a confirmation of the irreversible decision I've just made. The world starts to slowly fade away, as if someone is gradually turning down the brightness on the TV. My consciousness becomes foggy, thoughts mingle, quickly turning into meaningless chaos. I hear my own breathing, its cycle getting quieter and less frequent. The last thing I feel is the heaviness of my eyelids, which close involuntarily. I surrender to lifeless yet soothing oblivion. Sleep. It comes like a wave, sweeping me into an impenetrable depth. I surrender without resistance. Suddenly, a glimmer sparks in the darkness, and I see a dream. The surrounding darkness starts morphing. Dreams within it stir, stories both frightening and familiar. There are scenes from my life, moments of both happiness and suffering. As each second passes, those images become more vivid, adopting shapes, colours and sounds. I might just see if I can add some warnings to the stream. I cannot, because apparently the game is not rated as mature content, so I can't add that. Weirdly. It won't let me say that it's mature rated. Interesting. Okay. Some of them are kind, reminding me of times when I laughed when I was happy. But they're dreams that pierce me, reminding me of what led me here. I could, yes, you are right. And there's a trigger warning pinned in chat, so I hope. Yeah, it really doesn't seem for everyone. I'm just really aware that I don't want people to accidentally stumble across this. if they're not up for it. Cool. There are dreams that pierce me, reminding me of what led me here. I dive deeper and deeper into the dream. It's like a journey through my own soul. And suddenly, in this endless depth, I begin to see light. It's a warm, muted glow that beckons me from the darkness. I'm drawn to the light, like a moth enticed by a fire. And when I touch this light, I can feel it start to fill me, rousing me from the dark sleep. My eyes open. I feel the solid surface of the bed comforting my body. My head is still foggy, but it no longer pains me the way it did before. My consciousness slowly returns. Something is off. Everything around looks unfamiliar, even though I know it's my space. Memories spin in my head like flashing images, but I can't piece them together into a coherent whole. It's a feeling of emptiness, as if part of me is missing. Names, faces, moments, everything is plunged into a disorganized mess deemed unreachable for my mind. I'm finding it harder to breathe. My mind screams, seeking answers I don't have. Everything around starts to seem distant and insignificant. I'm lost in my own world. On a different note, how's the volume of everything, by the way? I always wonder with a new game. Realization sets in. I've forgotten everything. Who I am, where I'm from. My existence is erased. Okay, cool. I'm too scared to move, to breathe, because even these sensations feel new and alien. With each breath, I attempt to remember, but it only results in greater panic. The world around me begins to crumble, like an abandoned building, eroding as time passes. I sense that I'm moving further away from myself with each passing second. Fear wraps around me, squeezing my heart, and I can't find an escape. Gravity feels doubled. My body fails to resist, falling back onto the bed. The moment my body touches the bed, there's an instant relief. It's an unexpected calm in the midst of chaos. I feel the warmth of a foreign hand slowly passing through my hair. Despite consciousness stirring again, the desire to leave the comfortable sanctuary of my bed has disappeared. However, in the end, I decide to find out who is so tenderly guarding my peace.
Hello. You've finally woken up. You must be feeling lost and confused right now, unsure of where you are and who I am.
Yeah, I am a little bit.
Don't worry. I'm here to help you. I need to tell you something that might be hard for you to hear, but it's important that you know. This isn't the first time this has happened. You've woken up with no memory before. Every night, your memory is reset. You cannot remember yesterday or any day before that.
Is it 50 First Dates?
After a failed suicide attempt, you went through a lot of stress, and that's why you can't remember things.
Okay, so all that happened didn't happen like last night. It happened... That's just like the last thing we remember, I guess? Who are you?
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My apologies. My name is Marana. Your mom hired me to look after you, as every night you wake up, oblivious to the world around you. My role is to be a beacon in the early hours, to help you navigate through the confusion. Of course, I am also here to assist you in regaining your memory. By the way, my duty is to provide you with a guide on what to do when I'm not around, and where to find essential items you might need. Here, this is the guide. As you can see, it's a bit worn out since you've used it prior. In case of emergencies, the first aid kit is in your cabinet at the very bottom. You'll instantly recognize it. It looks like a typical first aid kit. Just to be on the safe side, I've sketched a picture of it here in the guide, so you can be sure you've found the right box. To get to the kitchen, you will need to leave your room, walk straight down the corridor, then take a left. That's where you'll find the kitchen. If something happens to either of us, dial 911. That's the number for emergency services. Your phone is on the table. The phone is switched on and fully charged. You've always had a knack for figuring out how to use it, so I'm sure you won't have any issues there. What else was there? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, right. If you have to call an ambulance, you'll need to know your address. It's 4 Buttiff Street, Arc City.
I'm a little bit concerned that all of this is about what to do in an emergency. Like, why are we going to have an emergency?
It might be a bit challenging to remember right now, so I understand. However, everything I have just told you is written down on this note. Please, keep it safe and always have it with you, okay?
Alright.
Great. You're doing very well. Now, to add a little joy to the moment, I've prepared something special for you. I cooked your all-time favorite dish, toast with egg.
Egg on toast? I'd rather have scrambled egg on toast. Personally, fried egg on toast is a little bit weird. Scrambled egg on toast is where it's at.
It's important to fuel your body. After eating,
Got an
I can
achievement
give you
for
a
it,
tour
though,
around
so
your room
cool beans.
and help you discover more about your life that's been temporarily forgotten. So don't rush yourself. Eat at your own pace. I'll be here.
Nom 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 nom. Oh no, beans on toast is good too. But if we're talking about eggs with toast, it's got to be scrambled egg on toast.
Well, since you're done with your meal, we have one more thing to do. You'll need to take these pills. They're antidepressants. They've been prescribed by a doctor to keep any panic attacks at bay. Without them, things could become difficult, and I don't want that for you. I don't want to appear as if I'm forcing you to take some strange pills, especially if you are uncomfortable. That is not my intention.
I mean, it's definitely interesting. It started with a bang. The content warning was not messing around. Also, hello, Kit Kat. How are you doing? But yeah, the content warning is absolutely 100% serious. So if it's not, if it's the sort of thing that's going to be upsetting for you, feel free to leave. But yeah, this is a brand new game. It's only been out a couple of days, and the dev reached out and gave me a copy for free. So I'm giving it a go. So far, it's not really been a game. I haven't had to make any choices or anything. But yeah, I'm interested to see what happens.
While it's a condition for me to be able to show you the room, the decision is completely yours. Just so you know, regardless of your choice, I will still guide you around the room. And I understand if you choose not to take them. Will you take these pills or not?
Oh. So, you've come in like right at the beginning of it, Kate Cat. The premise is we had a failed suicide attempt, and now we're in like a 51st dates situation where every morning when we wake up, we've got no memory of anything that's happened. And this person has apparently been hired to give us memory. It still says death and taxes. It shouldn't. Where does it still say death and taxes? It's all changed on my end. Oh, okay. That's weird. Cool. Anyway, so this person is apparently like here to make sure that we don't go crazy when we first wake up. Not understanding. Oh, well, I don't know. This is the thing. Like, we've only got her word for everything. I'm going to take them because if they are antidepressants, they're not something like... So, I take antidepressants, and if you miss a day, it is not good. The side effects, the like withdrawal from missing a day is not nice. So I'm going to take them.
I had faith you would make the right choice.
Oh, the achievement says you made a great choice. You truly did.
You'll need to take 2 pills to ensure everything goes smoothly. I know it might sound a bit daunting, taking 2 instead of 1, but trust me on this. Nothing adverse will happen. Here, these are the pills. Just take them with water and let them do their job. I've noticed a shift in your gaze. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely 2 sides. If this person's lying... But I feel like if this person's lying to us, the pills are probably the least of our problems. Like, she's got complete power over us right now, right? So... And we've got 0 memory of anything. So I feel like the pills are not the biggest issue facing us right now. Obviously, it's just my opinion, but I feel like taking the pills is possibly or is likely to have less of an impact than not taking that? I don't know. You're on a 5-stream streak, dude. That's awesome.
Please, you must tell me. If the antidepressants are affecting you adversely, it's better to stop taking
No,
them.
it is not. No, it's not. Never go cold turkey on antidepressants. It's bad, 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 bad for you. I'm alright, apparently.
Okay then. The next thing we need to do is explore your room. However, I see that it will be difficult for you to get up, and you'll certainly need my assistance.
Did I take the pills?
Give me your hand so I can help you rise. I understand that you are curious and have many questions. Let's do a question and answer session before
Why
we
are
check
your
out
hands
your room.
pointy? Why are your fingers so pointy? It's a bit weird.
Choose your questions carefully, because I won't answer them a second time.
Why are you being weird? I thought you were nice a minute ago. I thought you were helping me. Now you've suddenly gone...
Of course, you
bit
can save
creepy.
and revisit these questions, but where's the thrill in that? Trust your initial instinct. That's my advice. So, what do you want to know?
Where's my mum?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't see her when I visit you.
You said she hired you, though.
It wouldn't be right for me to ask where she is, because she is my boss.
You can ask where your boss is.
So, I cannot fully answer that. But I think she is working hard for you.
I'm going to turn the music down a bit. I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me it's like overwhelming the voice acting a little bit. What? No. How do I get back to their game? How do I just... Is it that? No? How do I get back to the game? Oh, okay, right click. Oh yeah, escape queue again might have done it. Yeah, I don't know if it's sponsored by the NHS or if it being a real sitcom again. I'd say might be both.
Do you have any other questions?
Why is it night and not morning? Yeah, why? I noticed that before. She said every night I forget everything. Rather than every morning I forget everything.
You have a disrupted sleep pattern, falling asleep during the day and waking up at night. It seems this can't be corrected. Ever since you left school, you've been very neglectful of your sleep routine. Now you face the consequences. Do you have any other questions?
Why do you look so strange?
I'm not even sure whether to take that as a compliment or not.
No, it's not.
If, in your understanding, strange means unconventional, then I am actually quite impressed.
I'm concerned about your pointy fingers.
I always want to make an intriguing impression. Not a pleasant one, but an interesting one. Because to leave a pleasant impression on people, you often have to just nod along with them. You're probably wondering about my makeup, right?
No, that's not what I was wondering about.
I love to experiment with my face and try out different looks. So far, this is my favorite. You should enjoy life and
Alright, you
do
could.
what you like without worrying what others think. Want to wear weird makeup? Go for it. Want to wear odd gloves? Put them on. Yes, People might give you odd looks, and yes, they might judge, but so what? People who pass you by won't remember you in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that makes more sense then. That kind of makes me feel a little bit better.
And I won't stress about it. Those unfortunate 2 minutes of judgment can be endured. It's true what they say. People love to talk about themselves. Sorry. Do you have any other questions?
I can't answer that. Yeah. We're being taken care of by a probably psycho goth girl mummy. Yeah. Yeah, what happened to your to your hands? The triangles under her eyes, makeup, whatever, that's fine. But your hands.
For now, unfortunately, I can't answer that question. It's personal. All I can say is that it was an unfortunate accident. That's all you can know.
An unfortunate accident that turned your hands into claws.
All right, that's enough question.
Oh. Right click apparently goes to the menu. Let's move on to inspecting the room.
Well, I'll step back now, and you can hover the cursor and click on the items that interest you.
Alright.
This is the coziest place on the planet.
Bed is the coziest place on the planet.
Oh God, if it were up to me, I would sleep in bed all my life.
I love my bed.
I know it's not much different from death, but I love dreaming, so death is not an option.
Do you know it's not much different from death? Don't think anyone really knows what death is like, do they? Unless you do.
Though who knows? Maybe we really do dream after we die. Think about it. But let's not talk about me, right? It's about you.
I'm struggling as well to believe that she does this every single day and doesn't have a script. Like, if we're going through this every single night, I don't know. She doesn't seem like bored with it. She also doesn't seem to know, like, off by heart everything to say, which is a little bit weird.
This is the bed you sleep in. Usually, you just lie there and stare at the ceiling. As a child, it seemed you had fun glow-in-the-dark stickers that you would gaze at for a long time when you couldn't sleep. I should start by saying that all information I'll share comes from your mother. This is your laptop. You enjoyed listening to audiobooks and playing games. You also use the laptop for your studies.
Yeah. She also seems like she's brand new to the job. Whereas what she was saying was that she'd been doing it for a while. I don't know how long. But yeah, I don't know. Something not right about this whole thing.
You even made friends online to play games with.
Friends online? That's just silly.
This laptop is like an extension of you. You practically spent all your time on it. As soon as you left school, you initially spent a lot of time on your laptop. Apparently, you were attempting to isolate yourself from reality and its consequences.
That's not why we go on computers.
But soon after, you grew tired of it and stopped playing video games. I'm not sure if it was a good or bad decision, but it definitely changed your life a bit. By the way, you can look into your laptop and see what's there. Want to check?
Into what? Yes, let's have a look at my laptop.
Well then, take a seat in the chair and you can take a look.
I sat down on the chair and opened my laptop. Did I really set this horrific picture as my wallpaper? It looks a bit scary. I don't... What is it? don't know what it is. There are also some files on it. They don't have names, but I should hover over them and click on the ones that interest me. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Kate Cat. I hope to see you soon too. In a big city, there was a small old bookstore hidden between huge buildings. This was Julian's special place. He loved books, and he looked after the bookstore. He had lots of stories to tell, but his own story hadn't happened yet. Then, one rainy Tuesday, everything changed. A girl named Amelia came into the store. She had eyes like the storm outside and a mysterious smile. She wanted a book from the top shelf, a book Julian didn't even know existed. When he got the book for her, their hands touched for a second and it felt like a new story was starting. Oh, they fell in love! As Amelia kept visiting the bookstore, she and Julian got closer. They talked quietly among the old books, laughed together and shared secrets. Julian started to fall in love with her. I told you! But Amelia always seemed a bit sad. Julian could see it in her smile and her eyes. He didn't ask why, because he didn't want to ruin what they had. One day, as the sun was setting, Amelia looked really sad. She told Julian something hard to hear. I'm sick, she said, and there's no cure. I come here to get away from it all, and to be in stories where everything ends happily and love lasts forever. After that, everything changed. Time, which once made their love grow, now felt like it was running out. Julian wanted to make every moment count. They spent all their time together, making their love story stronger, even though they knew it would have to end. One cold day, when the leaves were gone, Amelia passed away. Julian was with her, holding her hand. The room was very quiet, like when you finish a really good book. After Amelia was gone, the bookstore felt different to Julian. It was full of memories of her. He kept looking after the books, but he was never the same. The top shelf, where Amelia's book was, got dusty. It was like a reminder of the girl who'd changed his life. Now, in the quiet corners of the bookstore, if you listen carefully, it feels like their love story is still there. Julian talks to Amelia's memory, telling her stories. Their love lives on in the quiet moments in the bookstore. Aww. Round 1. What? Ah. This is really hard. They're moving too fast. Oh, I got one. Yes! I did a good job. Round 3. Game over. Want to try again? No. Looks like some social network is there. There was no internet on the laptop, so I cannot search for something. But in this social network, I have only one chat with one person named Io. I start reading our messages. Io, why are you treating me like this? I just don't want to have anything to do with you. But why? What did I do wrong? Tell me. I will correct it. You're too pushy towards me. Even now, you're willing to embarrass yourself just to talk to me. That's low. You should value yourself more. But you're my only real friend. I'm sorry. Don't apologise. I'm the one who should be apologising, so please forgive me. I hope you find a better friend than me. Why does everything have to be so complicated? How can I fully understand you? Why are human emotions and feelings so complex? I don't understand. I just want to be friends with you, like before. We were never friends. I just talked to you out of pity and used you. Damn. I'm a terrible person. Yeah, you sound like it. You just dreamed of a friend to walk with, play with, and share jokes with. That's your ideal, right? And you projected it onto me. But I don't really want to talk to you. I'm not really interested in everything you send or share. I'm not even interested in how you're doing. I ask out of politeness, although I don't even remember the last time I did. I've been silent about this for so many years. Years! And finally I can speak out. This feeling is priceless. I'm just as insecure as you, which is why I couldn't tell you all this right away. It's a pity I'm saying this so late, but it's better late than never. You will continue to live in a lie, and in a colourful world where I'm your best friend, where internet friends will definitely meet, and where everyone cares about each other. What kind of magical world is that? You know what else? Your childish behaviour really annoyed me. You often got upset when I ignored you. Don't you understand that sometimes people find it hard to gather their thoughts and respond? You acted like a child, as if everyone owes you something. No, they don't. You owe it to yourself. You need to be your own friend. No one else will help you grow up and stop being such a selfish child. Dude. That's why you're better off without me. This is my last message, after which I'm deleting my account. Goodbye. Sorry. Dude. In the future, cities float in the sky and people can reach the stars. There was a robot named Alos, the last of his kind. He was special because he could understand and share human feelings, made to connect people and machines. Alos lived in a big, empty city that people had left to live among the stars. He walked around the tall buildings and quiet streets, remembering the humans who created him. He saw their happy and sad times in his memories. Alos often wondered if he could really feel things, or if he was just copying what he saw. One day, as the sun was setting, Alos found an old teddy bear. It was old and worn out, but Alos liked it a lot. He called it Tim, and always took it with him, like a friend. Years passed, and Alos started to break down. He moved slowly, and didn't work as well, but he kept hoping people would come back. One night, Alos stopped working near a fountain under the star. Oh, like a bedtime story. He understood something important. Feelings connect everyone, whether they're real or not. They are a part of everything. Your kitchen was burning down? Oh no. Goth Mummy, we're looking at the files in our laptop at the moment. Goth Mummy is presumably standing, like, just behind us. Holding Tim, Alos stopped working with a peaceful smile. He wasn't sure if his feelings were real, but he felt calm and connected to the humans he never met but knew from memories. The city stayed quiet, a reminder of the past, but Alos' story stayed, showing how everyone looks for connection and tries to understand feelings. Excuse you. In New Arcadia, a vast city, there was a unique job held by a man named Icarus Finch. He was known as an architect of memories, crafting and moulding memories into real-like experiences for people seeking more than their everyday life. Icarus' small studio, high in an old building, was filled with jars of shimmering essences, echoes of laughter, sorrow, and joy. Sounds like the BFG. Many visited him, each longing for memories they missed or never had. One rainy night, a ballet dancer named Alara came to Icarus. Her life was a series of rehearsals and brief shows, her movements a display of disciplined grace. But her eyes held uncried tears. She wanted to remember something different, a deep, personal love, not the fleeting praise she was used to. Icarus, calm and thoughtful, agreed to help, but warned her. He said that sometimes our hearts want what only real life can give. Alara, desperate, agreed. For days, Icarus worked hard. He created a memory of true love for Alara, full of first glances, touches, and whispered words in the quiet night. He made a memory where Alara danced not for an audience, but for someone who loved her deeply. When the time came, Alara experienced this memory. She found herself on a starry balcony, dancing with a blurred figure, feeling a love that filled her. She woke up joyful, thanking Icarus for letting her feel love. Icarus, a bit sad, told her that this was just a shadow of real love. He knew that true love was something to be discovered and experienced, not made. Alara left, her heart touched by this experience, but soon the memory faded. She realised that love couldn't be made or remembered, it had to be found and nurtured. So, Alara changed her routine life. She explored New Arcadia, making real connections and finding joy in simple moments. And then, in a quiet cafe, she met someone. This time, the spark between them was real, starting a flame no crafted memory could match. Icarus stayed in his studio, creating dreams. He knew some things, like love, were too wild and real for even him to make. They belonged to life, waiting for those brave enough to seek them.
Well, do you have some questions about your laptop?
Those stories, I wrote them?
Yes, you really did. As you can see, not every story has a happy ending.
I prefer sad endings, to be honest. They feel more real.
But you're always trying to make stories with happy endings, like those in movies. I think the story with the ballet dancer shouldn't have ended like that. That ending was so stupid, like...
Dude!
What? Why?
I wrote that!
The story could have ended when Alara realizes the memories are fading, and she's not happy anymore. The part about her finding a new love interest is so far-fetched.
I don't think so. And I don't think it ends happily necessarily, because I don't think Icarus is happy.
But the other stories? I really enjoyed them. You're a good writer, I think. Oh, no. I just confessed to looking at your laptop. Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't mean to. I'm just a bit tired from work, and when you sleep,
Isn't this your
I
work?
read those stories. Or I go to internet forums. They're funny, I think. Sorry, again. But since you don't have much information on your laptop anyway, it's not a problem at all. You can continue looking around the room.
How do you go on internet forums when the laptop isn't connected to the internet?
Another poster, but this one you bought when you were a bit
Another?
older.
This is the first one I've looked at.
You were a fan of anime, it seems? But since you were a child, you mostly watched romance. I understand you. I was the same. Only later do you realize that such things don't happen in real life. Or do they? Maybe it just hasn't happened to you yet.
Or to you.
Don't lose hope. Anything can happen in the future, right? But that's not really important. Later, you regretted buying the poster, but you can't take it down because it would ruin the wallpapers.
What?
This is a poster of a rock band you liked as a child. You know, you used to buy these posters and stick them up, but later on you thought it was a bad decision. At least this poster still hangs here, reminding you of your childhood and how you were a huge fan of this band. I think removing the poster is not a good idea. It would take off the wallpaper as well, ruining the look of your apartment. You can continue looking around the room.
She's weird. I don't like her.
This is the plant your mom gave you for your birthday. Surprising it's still alive after so long. Just kidding. It's really because you've always taken such good care of it. Good job. Lately, with your health troubles, it's your mom who's been looking after it mostly. This is your diary, the most important thing you have, and reading it might take some time. But since you've clicked on it, you definitely need to read it. I won't disturb you during this time. Read at your own pace. If you want to share your emotions after reading, I'll be glad to listen.
I saw Marana sit down on a chair next to my table and close her eyes. Apparently, with such a job, she gets very little sleep. I carefully picked up the diary and sat on the bed. It looked like a regular book. Didn't have all that many pages, but the book still seemed thick. Perhaps because I'd read it so many times, the book had become slightly misshapen, adding to its thickness. I don't know what awaits inside, and the atmosphere starts to get tense. Overcoming my anxiety, I finally opened the diary's first page and began to read. 22/08/2017. Hello. I decided to start a diary because Ray told me it helps understand oneself and improves relationship with others. Basically, she seemed to be promoting it to me. So I bought a notebook and will try to write down everything happening in my life. Honestly, I don't think this will last long since I'm not a very consistent person. I can't do the same thing every day, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. It's hard for me to write. I don't even know what to write about. What did I do today? Went to school, talked with friends, came home, did my homework, and now I'm just sitting at home. My mum's not home as usual, and I have nothing to do. Well, technically, I have a lot I could do, like self-improve, prepare more for my lessons, play computer games, but I prefer to lie in the bed and stare at the ceiling. I don't know if everyone is as lazy as me, or what it's called, procrastination, I think. Not sure about the spelling. When you can become anyone in the world, work hard, live your passion, but you choose to just lie on the bed. I think in the future I will read my diary and might not understand, maybe even blame myself for something. But I'm tired. Yes, I have many friends at school. I get good grades, and I even hang out with friends outside. I always smile and joke around them, trying to stay positive, yet when I come home, I feel sadness and loneliness. Nothing seems to help, not video games, not studying, not even food. Maybe I'm just not in the mood. Honestly, thank you, diary. I feel like I vented to someone, like crying on a shoulder. I feel a bit better. But not getting an answer back is hard. It's like talking to a wall. Maybe I don't need a reply. Your purpose might be to be there for anyone who wants to share something privately but is afraid to. Anyway, I'll go now. 4th of the 9th. Hello again, diary. It's been 2 days since school started. Those days were normal. Rhea and I sat together, joked during breaks, and had lunch together. Today, I brought her the cookies I baked at home, and she shared a tasty salad with me. She loved the cookies. Rhea is genuinely a kind person. We have a lot in common, but she's not into video games. She prefers studying, and she's really dedicated. I don't have that drive, even though I get the same grades as her. I feel like school just prepares us to be perfect workers. It's like, do this, do that, don't question things. Oh, of course something's going to happen to her. This time we can't be all sweetness and light, given what happened at the beginning of the game. Or else you'll get the lowest mark. In a job setting, you might get fired. 13th of the 9th. Hello, diary. Recently, our class was asked to write an essay about friendship. I spent a long time thinking about what to write. I have many friends, but what does this essay really want from me? Should I worry more about what the teacher thinks rather than what I truly feel? It's so absurd. At first, I wrote an essay expressing my real opinion that friends are just a way to avoid... Oh, excuse me. Friends are just a way to avoid feeling lonely. After rereading it, I realised the teacher wouldn't like it. I tried to write something that would get me a good grade, but the problem was, I sat with that paper for over an hour and couldn't think of anything. I decided not to submit the essay and got the lowest mark. I chose not to tell my mum about it, and she doesn't seem to care much about me anyway. If I had submitted the essay with my honest feelings, they might have sent me to a psychiatrist or even suspended me from school. That's life. I mean, maybe a psychiatrist wouldn't be a bad thing. 18th of the 10th. Hello again. Sorry for not writing for so long. Nothing new happened. As usual, I hung out with Rhea, played video games, slept, and of course, went to school. But something happened recently that threw me off. As I mentioned, I have many friends, including guys, and mostly play video games with them. And recently, one of the guys confessed his feelings to me, diary. You can't imagine my surprise. I mean, I've seen some girls flirting with guys and vice versa, but I always set boundaries and no one's ever flirted with me. I never cared about such things and never even thought about it. But for the first time in my life, someone confessed to me. He just said it, honestly and openly, feeling it wasn't fair to keep it a secret from me and wanted an honest answer. I don't know how to respond to him because I don't feel that strong love described in movies or books. Still, I'm really flustered by all of this. I'm even embarrassed to write to you about it because I'm usually so down when I talk to you, but now I'm smiling as I write this. Oh, it feels so unusual. 2nd of the 11th. Hello again. I remember the last time I wrote about the guy who confessed to me. Well, we're seeing each other now. It's not like we're officially together and act like a couple. We're just hanging out and getting to know each other. Oh. Throughout this time, I realised I like him. I'm really worried about what will happen next since he hasn't asked me about my feelings yet. But if he does, I'll be so embarrassed. No. First love. It's always so tricky. All of this is overwhelming me. Lately, I seem happier and even started turning down Rhea's offers to hang out. She's quite puzzled because I haven't told her who I've been spending time with, but I think she suspects I have a boyfriend. No! No! They can't all die in a fire. She even started teasing me about it. To be honest, I'm a bit scared. Soon, we'll be applying to colleges, choosing our dream professions, or staying in school for 2 more years. I think I'm not very sure about what I want to do, so I'll stay in school for another 2 years. Thoughts of the future upset me. I don't want to think about it. I've got a strange feeling that something's wrong with me. I love to draw, especially different creatures. For instance, I recently drew a chubby black cat during class. No! My imagination can run wild sometimes. But in class, believe it or not, I thought I saw that exact cat I drew walk into our room, looking so real. I instantly knew it wasn't real and laughed it off, blaming it on being tired from school. But deep down, I'm worried and scared. I know mental health issues can be inherited. I had a grandfather who took his own life. My mum often spoke of him, remembering him as a great man, and cried for him. She said he lost his mind after my grandmother's death. I'll never meet him, though I wish I could have talked to him. It's a pity. I don't romanticise mental disorders like movies do. I think it's not normal and should be treated, otherwise people can completely lose their minds. I mean, it kind of is normal. As in, it's not something to be scared of or embarrassed about or blah 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 blah. But yes, they should be treated. Anyway, that's the weird situation I experienced. So did you get it treated? We've passed the 17th. They didn't die in a fire. Hello, diary. Life goes on as usual, but I want to vent, maybe even cry a little. I think something terrible is happening to me and I'm too scared to tell my mum, even though I know I should. I don't want to become like some movie psychopath or schizophrenic. I hate the idea. Only fools romanticise that, as these are scary diseases and people do horrible things when they suffer from them. I mean, they are scary, but, like, not everyone does horrible things when you suffer from them. But yeah, get help. Get help. I recently read a story about a woman who killed her own kids overnight because she was schizophrenic. Yeah, maybe. From what I understand about this illness, you see creatures or places that aren't real, just in your mind. That's been my feeling lately. I've started seeing weird creatures, especially when I'm bored. Like during classes, I see them often, and it's hard to get rid of them unless I distract myself. I know I should tell my mum, but I'm terrified of being diagnosed or accepting that I might never be able to live normally in society. You did call it. But if you don't get diagnosed and treated, you won't be able to live normally in society. If you do get diagnosed and treated, you probably will be able to live normally in society. That would be like death to me, since I'd no longer be ordinary. I'm still thinking about it, but I'll write more if there are any updates. 17th of the 12th, 2017. I did it. I told my mum today. Good! It was hard, and seeing her reaction was painful. The look in her eyes and her expression said it all. She might see me as a monster. No, she doesn't see you as a monster. She's worried about you. Maybe she doesn't believe me and thinks it's just a teenage prank. I mean, I hope that's not true. I don't know. It took a lot of time and effort to get it out and find the right moment. I don't know what to do next. This is the first page I've cried on. Sorry. Go see a doctor. See a doctor. Go see a doctor now. It's just very hard for me. I want to tell others, but people might avoid me. No one wants to be around someone like me. I'm sure of it. Go see a doctor. I might go mad and hurt them or myself, and who knows what other horrible things might happen. So, I'll keep quiet until the end. For now, my mum and I have scheduled an appointment with a psychiatrist she knows. I don't know my diagnosis yet, I'm just fearing the worst. Life's been tough, especially when things are finally starting to get better. Yeah, but once you know, you'll know, and then you can fix it. I've been in a relationship with a boy, my relationships with my friends are better than ever, and my school grades are good. Okay, diary, I'll write when I have the strength. Goodbye. Do you think that Goth Mummy isn't really there. If we're suffering from schizophrenia. Schizophrenia. It's hereditary. I got it from my grandfather. I've been removed from school, but my mum arranged for me to be treated at home because the quality of the mental institutions is terrible. I didn't say goodbye to Ree, it was too hard. They'll probably tell her I transferred schools and moved away. I haven't talked to my boyfriend since my last diary entry. In fact, I've been ignoring him. I know I'm being horrible to them, but maybe it's better they never knew me. It hurts me to do this. I cry every night, dude. Sometimes we need to be cruel so people can get disappointed, move on, and forget about us. I'm hurting them and myself. But their pain will pass, they'll move on, find someone else, and I want to believe they'll be okay. Things will never be okay for me again, not because of my mood, but because of my illness. No, people with schizophrenia can live normal lives. No one knows how to cure it, and no pills will help. The hallucinations will become more and more real, scarier and scarier, and there will be more of them. I don't want to think about it, it's too terrifying. Since I left school, I'll have to study at home and focus on self-education. Starting the new year, my life will change entirely. Oh, 30th of the 12th. New Year's is coming soon, but, unsurprisingly, I'm not in the mood. I think I made the right decision by distancing myself from everyone. No, that's never the right decision. Take my boyfriend, for instance. Our relationship would never have worked out. You don't know that. It's not because I'm bad or can't act normally, I'm not crazy. But if relationships have goals like starting a family, I look ahead and I don't want my children to experience what I'm going through now. See, that's sensible. It's not the only choice. But if you've got a condition that you know it can be inherited, it's not an unreasonable thing to say, I don't want to ever have children. That's a reasonable choice. But you don't ghost someone because you're making that choice for them. Like, maybe he'd be fine with that. And plus, you're like kids still. So it's fine. Like, maybe he'd want to leave. Maybe he wouldn't. But shouldn't he get to make that choice? Saw a video the other day designed to portray with sounds and pictures into a real recording how a certain kind of yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, schizophrenia I think is terrifying. Must be terrifying to experience. But, like, that doesn't mean it's like the be all and end all. Like, I don't know, I might be talking nonsense, but I'm sure like treatments exist, or at least therapy exists to help you cope with it. Yeah, it's not curable, I think, but like there's ways to make it less yeah, there's treatments that work to make it less of a problem, I think. I don't know, like I say, I might be talking nonsense. It's better for both Ree and him to move on in life. Again, you don't make those decisions for other people. You give them the facts, and if they want to move on, they can. But they might want to stick with you. I'm getting incredibly bored these days since I'm not attending school, so I entertain myself by imagining various creatures. I mean, might as well get something good out of it. Of course, I could play video games all day, but I'm tired of that. When you're free to do anything, it's hard to enjoy things that you once found pleasant after some time. 19th of the 1st. The new year has already passed. Mum and I celebrated it together. Dad didn't even call, let alone visit. Honestly speaking, I'm not that mad at Dad, but my mum is very angry with him and doesn't want to see him. He found a new family and left us. It's not that he found a family. He just found some young girl, a student. Ugh. I understand that my mum is very disgusted by that, and that he left us for his own pleasure, but I think she needs to move on in life. By that, I mean find a new man who will love her and move on. She doesn't need to find a new man, but she does need to move on. The only problem is my presence. No. I completely ruined that possibility. No, you don't. Yes, yet my mum loves me very much, despite this, and works hard for my sake, but what's the point of all this when I don't have a future? Oh... It's so sad to read. That's why I think it would have been better if I didn't exist. I don't want to write this hello diary anymore because I see no point. Honestly, I see no point in writing here either. I feel so bad that the only thing I can do is draw to distract myself from everything. The hallucinations are getting scarier, but I'm used to them. Sometimes I hear voices, but they're more like noise. My psychiatrist prescribed me antidepressants and antipsychotics, but she noted that they might have side effects. On top of that, I can't sleep at night. So, I've also been prescribed some sleeping pills. But one sleeping pill usually doesn't help, so I take 2. Oy, and now it seems I consume these damn pills instead of food, which aren't helping. I mean, they cost a lot of money, and my mum stays late at work more often. She changed shifts, and I barely see her now. I feel terrible because I fear these voices will become more than just noise and I'll start listening to them. I don't want that. I don't want anything. Oish, this is hard. Well, hello diary. Yes, I wrote earlier that I wouldn't write like this, but who cares? I drew some works and will paste them into you now. I hope you like it. Little minion. Stay positive, yes, do. They're not bad drawings. I'm tired. Yes. She drew Goth Mummy. Ah. I don't think she's real. Was I familiar with her before? Why didn't she tell me about it? Or even then, was she with me because my mum couldn't be? Why didn't I write about this event in the diary? I looked in her direction. She was still asleep, right where she was. I need to ask her about it after I finish reading everything. I opened the diary again and continued reading. Well, on that cliffhanger, unfortunately, Twitch is wanting to play some ads. And I can't snooze them anymore. So, I will be back in a few minutes to find out what on earth's going on in this very strange game. Quite sad story. About this game.
Jason!
So, yeah.
Jason!
Other than people like it.
Jason!
Jason! I see a red balloon. I see a red balloon. I see a red balloon.
Jason!
Jason! Hey, Vinny! How are you? He was a mean man. You don't need to pay any attention to it. Woohoo!
Just talk to me. Please, don't.
Did the murder, run a murder spree, killing all the people, da-da-da-da-dee. Murder, 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 shoot them in the face. Kill them all dead. Something that rhymes with face. Killing the people, oh yeah.
See, it has like a
fights usually say. Ah!
Are you okay? Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine.
Guys. Hi, FM. What?
Shit, what the hell you doing? You can't be here.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. I'm warning you to get lost.
I'll explain on Discord how I don't think I've got that command done, but thanks. I definitely met a man who wanted to eat another man in Red Dead 1. I don't think I let him eat him, but I might have done. I don't know. I can't remember. Right, how are we doing?
Get me off this thing! Oh, cut the damn ropes!
Hello, we're back. 10th of the 2nd, 18. Today I had a fight with my mum. Thanks, Deathclaw. She called me a mistake, said I do nothing and that I'm a burden, and called me stupid. I understand she said it out of emotion, but she was telling the truth and only the truth. Never say that to your kids. I have no friends, no job prospects with such diagnosis, and all I do is take pills that cost an incredible amount of money and don't even help. I can't even talk to anyone. I can't tell strangers on the internet about my diagnosis. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The internet is the perfect place. There'll be forums. Other people with the same diagnosis. It would look like I want pity. I just want to confide in someone, cry on someone's shoulder. But what's the point? If I cry, will everything suddenly become good? No. Nothing can help me now, and I need to accept that. At least Ree was right to suggest I keep a diary. Thank you, Ree. Without the diary, I would have killed myself a long time ago. 2303. Hello and goodbye at the same time, diary. I decided today to overdose on all the pills prescribed to me. I see no point in living and trying. I don't want any of this. Fear gripped me, and I felt goosebumps. On this exact date, I decided to end my life. I fully understand my actions. Even now, it's hard to imagine what I've been through. These hallucinations probably pushed me to the decision. No matter how hard I try, there's no helping me. Not in any way. Okay. That should not be the main focus right now. What's important to me now is to find out who she really is, and how her drawing could have been in my diary. I closed the diary and approached Marana. Oh, wake up! She ignores me and doesn't wake up. I felt goosebumps again. I couldn't breathe. I'm really scared to touch her. I don't know. I'm very afraid. I can't see her face while she's sleeping. It was covered by her hair. But I had no other choice. I gathered courage and touched her. She quickly grabbed my hand with her terrifying black hands. I still couldn't see her face. I try hard to break free from her grasp, but these attempts are unsuccessful. Visions start in my eyes. I begin to see weird monsters laughing at me. Their voices echo loudly in my head, and I can't say anything. Marana starts squeezing my hand tighter.
Oh my god, how can someone be so stupid? I just can't anymore. Where is your intelligence? How can someone be like that? Haven't you tried thinking? I am not real, and even a fool would understand that, right?
Called it!
Even someone who hit their head 100 times could figure that out. But the nonsense in the diary that you made up, do you really believe all that?
Oh, is it not true?
I understand it's a very sad story, but even this sad story is made up by you.
Oh, now I'm confused.
Why invent such a tragic story for yourself? For a friend and a boyfriend? You hate the truth, don't you? Well, think about it again. Truth is, you never had any friends. You didn't have a Rhea or a boyfriend either.
Rhea. Okay, that's how we're saying it.
You made them up. Just like you made me up. Practically everything you wrote in the diary is not true, but fiction. Think about it again. You write in your diary about how your boyfriend and your friend ignored the fact that you suddenly disappeared. What nonsense is that? Think if you really had friends and a boyfriend, they wouldn't know where you live? That sounds illogical. Very illogical. Damn it, illogical.
I mean, she's not wrong. Real or not, she's making sense.
Do you really think they wouldn't visit you if you suddenly disappeared? Something like, oh, my best friend disappeared without telling me anything, and I'll just do absolutely nothing.
I mean, she is talking a lot of sense for a figment of her imagination.
Or, yes, I love her, but she disappeared and I'll just accept it. That sounds stupid. Don't tell me you actually believe they would continue their lives with your disappearance. Even considering that you're in school and you are practically children who can't do anything in this situation, your friends or your boyfriend wouldn't abandon you. They would try to find you. Something might have happened to you. Do you understand what I mean?
Got an achievement called I Did Not Expect That. It really made me doubt my reality.
But
And yeah, it's not
unfortunately,
wrong.
all of this is just your imagination. No one is going to look for you.
What? 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 What's going on? What's going on? Ah! Guys, this is my first hype train. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I'm scared and confused. Also, hello Nay. Hello Raiders. Please take note of the content warning. This is not a this is not a game for everybody. If you are likely to be triggered by anything in the content warning, then please feel free to leave straight away. My name is Sasaki. I am a variety streamer. This is a game that was given to me free by the dev. Thank you very much to them. It came out recently. It's a weird one. Also, my camera seems very delayed, so apologies about that. I'll try and fix it. I'm trying to keep up with chat a bit. Why is there a hype train? I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. But yes, thank you very much for the raid, Nay. And thank you, Mr. Greypants and Deathclaw, apparently, for coming into the raid. And to everyone else. Wait, what? Mr. Greypants, what's that for? I mean, thank you very much. But you really don't have to. It's very kind of you. And very much appreciated. Let me see if I can fix my Frosty's still on it. I'm loving these new frosty alerts. Let me know what you think of them, by the way, if we like them or not. Let me try and fix my camera. It is! It's my very first hype train. I've never had a hype train before. I don't know what's happening. If that's what you meant. I'm assuming fist was a typo. I mean, it might not have been. In which case, what you want to do to the hype train is between you and the train, I guess. Back. I'm not back. I'm back. Am I back? I think my computer's having what? Dude! Oh my word. Indeed, turning the support level up to 11. He actually did. Oh man. That's funny. Thank you so much, Mr. Greypants. You are insane. But thank you. Thank you so much. Level 3? Holy moly. For my first ever hype train? What's happening? I don't know what's happening. And also, yeah, my camera can't cope. I'm assuming my camera can't cope because just everything's gone crazy. And my computer's like, I don't know what's going on. But thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. Who got the subs? Cecilia, Mad Mark, Mad Dog, Ali Bear, NJ, Eris, you, Space Monolith, Louie, and Sextinus. Awesome. Thank you so much, dude. And yeah, what you and the train are doing in the comfort of your own private space as a consenting adult and a hopefully of age train is very much your own business. Deathclaw! What? Dude! Dude! Thank you so much. You're mad, but thank you. So much appreciated. Frosty Tools is pretty sure that Deathclaw's doing everything to get off my hit list. Oh wow, guys. Oh, thank you so much, guys. It's so much appreciated. This is bonkers, given what this game is. Given how I don't even know how to put it, how many issues this game is bringing up and how many sensitive subjects this game is bringing up. This is such a crazy thing to be going on. But thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. And all aboard the hype train, I guess. Choo choo. Who got those subs? Vinny, Harsh, Amazon, Zakid, and Loari. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know why my like latest cheerer and latest sub gifter and those sorts of things aren't updating. That's weird. Because they definitely should. Latest follower hasn't updated either. I don't know. Maybe that's something I need to do something about. But anyway. Thank you. I'll carry on with the game now.
In reality, you're just a lonely girl with schizophrenia and a bunch of psychological disorders who doesn't leave her home. You've had this illness since childhood. You didn't go to kindergarten or school because of it. And your mom kept you at home. You hardly saw the sunlight in your life. Not that it's her fault. She was scared to let you out among people because you always acted strangely, and other children always laughed at you and bullied you. Your father left your family not because of some student he found, but because of you, and you know it. It's all because of you.
Yeah, this isn't ideal, is it?
You've gotten too caught up in your own play. I'm tired of being in it. I'm leaving. Stay by yourself and enjoy the solitude, since you love to suffer, right?
Marina got up and left, slamming the door loudly behind her. She appeared upset, even though she was also angry. I'm somewhat confused by what she said. It doesn't fully register in my mind. Should I go after her? Sure. Suddenly, I spotted a strange creature on my bed, looking at me with its peculiar eyes. Oh! Oh, he's cute! You leaving already? Everyone leaves. I'm not surprised. You're not an exception. Fine. I release you. Go on. Just be careful, okay? Okay. A strange, yet unexpectedly charming monster. I didn't know I'd get an emote from their hype train. Thank you, guys. But I'm off to follow Marana. I'll return to this creature later. I see a corridor. A long corridor. And directly opposite my room, another room. It's wedged open with various linens. That's odd. Maybe Marana went in there. At some point, I became fearless and pushed the door open. I don't think there were words that could describe what I felt at that moment. I was dumbfounded. The smell was revolting, and out of horror I covered my face with my sweater. I don't understand. Who is this? What is this? Suddenly I hear the sound of grinding teeth coming from behind me, and sense something approaching.
Why are you so afraid, darling?
Because you're scary.
Can't even turn your head. Am I that terrifying to you?
Yes.
You're insulting me with this kind of behavior. If you don't turn around in 10 seconds, I will kill you. I am counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good girl. I thought that you were really stupid, but I see some progress.
Is that why he's angry? He didn't get one of the gift subs. And he's like, hey! I'm here, give me a sub. That is one of the creatures from that game on the computer that we played.
Oh, well, well. Who do I see? A little girl, lost in her own mind.
My camera's not so delayed anymore. It really was. Confused by the hype train.
Did you get lost, dear? It must have been very scary to see what you saw. I understand you like no one else. It's okay. Sooner or later, this was bound to happen. What you
Oh,
see
okay.
is your
Maybe it's
mother,
just what I see then.
or rather, what's left of her. Ah, yes. Who did this to her, you ask, right? You did. You did this.
You're not real.
Well, you just said something quite obvious. Indeed, I'm not real. But to you, I am real. I'm your consciousness that has taken this form. Believe it or not.
What's wrong with your jaw, dude? It's very wobbly.
I don't need your trust. It's worthless. You're a sick person who should kill yourself.
Nope.
It's all your fault.
Nope.
Your fault that your mother has been decomposing
Wait, what?
for a week under her bed.
Has she?
If it weren't for you, she would be alive.
Oh dear.
And you, a criminal who deserves nothing but jail. But personally, I think it's better to kill yourself than to live a life like yours.
Oh
Don't you
dear.
think? Ah, wait. Your look. I know what it says. You don't just disbelieve me. You want to see evidence. Well, you could have said so straight away. I will gladly show and tell you everything in detail. In the smallest details. It was a regular evening, and you had a fight with your mom. You had been arguing quite a bit lately, mostly about trivial things, and it no longer surprised you. You had gotten used to it. But at some point, your mom began to lose her mind with anger towards you. She got so angry that she started hurling terrible insults at you. She kept repeating one word. Wretch. Perhaps she said more, but all you could hear was the echoing word. Wretch. Let's talk more about how exactly you killed her. You don't remember? No? Look, do you see the broken vase on the floor?
I don't know, do we?
With that vase still filled with flowers, you tried to kill her as she turned toward the window. Honestly, you hesitated at first, but after grabbing the huge vase and hearing her insult you, you seemed to get a taste for it. I was telling you to do it at that moment. You know, to add a bit of courage, since you were always too timid to take bold actions. And at one point, after mustering a great deal of courage, you took a last breath before... Boom! Your mom had no opportunity to grasp what happened. But you missed when you threw the vase. Like I said, you're not good at this. But wait, what happened next? Your mom maybe you wanted to run away from home. I'm not sure. Your mom chased after you, not understanding what was happening. You're in the kitchen. Your mom's in the kitchen. But there's a difference. You're standing next to a branded, huge, sharpened knife.
Oh dear.
Which you take in your hand. And you point it at your mother. Your mother, naturally, is in total shock. She tells you, don't do anything stupid, with a trembling, frightened voice. You, like a complete rag, start to cry. That's very much your style. But then you even surprised me. Suddenly, your expression turned hateful, and you stopped crying. Before that, your mom tried to say something, to apologize, but you didn't hear those words. Everything was like in a fog. And what do you think happened next? I think you know and suspect what happened next. You plunge that huge knife into your mother's heart with momentum. Blood under pressure from the heart can enter the bronchi and trachea, causing blood to be coughed up.
Ew.
This can occur if the injury creates a passage between the heart cavity and the large vessels of the bronchi. I'm mentioning this because, after a few seconds of shock, your mother began to cough up blood and begged you for help. But you just watched it all happen.
It's very detailed.
Emotionless.
I think we're all learning something.
Moreover, as she pleaded with you to help, to come to your senses, you made it even worse. You began to finish her off with the knife, with fierce hatred. I counted 28 stab wounds, and you laughed. You laughed very hard. With difficulty, you dragged her body to a room. Later, you washed the blood off the floor as if nothing had happened.
You do X-rays, it's like work. Yeah, you're just like, yeah, it's just medical, innit? It's fine.
You propped a rag against the door to stop the smell of the corpse from spreading, closed it, and never entered again. You're probably in shock, aren't you?
Little bit. I don't know. I don't know where the truth lies. Am I really capable of such a thing? Or is it not me, and this isn't my house at all? It's all so strange. My head hurts. It hurts very badly. It's splitting. In the last second, I just saw darkness before my eyes and collapsed to the floor, hitting my head hard. I didn't wake up with the comfort of someone stroking my hair. In actuality, I woke up because of the terrible smell of the corpse lying next to me. Hey, Kate Cat, you've come back at a good time. I instinctively moved away from it, struggled to my feet, propped a towel against the door and closed it. There were no more monsters. And that red one was also gone. I could consider myself safe, but what should I do? Calling emergency services was risky because even if I'm not a murderer, I might still end up in jail. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if this is all because of the meds. Turns out Turns out we've got schizophrenia. And Goth Mummy was a hallucination as part of that. And apparently we murdered our mum after a really bad argument because that's what another hallucination was telling us to do. I don't know. Should I check the medicine cabinet? Call someone? Or go to the kitchen? But for what reason? What else can I do? I honestly don't know. We need to call now. We need help. Ravana said the phone was on the table. I found a small phone there. I got an achievement that says you are cool because you chose that. I really mean it. You are cool. I'm cool, guys. She hadn't lied after all. The phone is charged, and I even managed to dial 911. Damn, no signal. Or maybe this phone doesn't have a SIM card. Damn. I'm in deep trouble. What should I do? How can I get out of here? I don't know. I was ready to go to jail just to stop feeling afraid. I'm left with nothing to do. I feel hopeless. I want to cry. I want all this to end. I want everything to be okay. I don't know what the truth is or whose body is lying in my mother's bedroom. But the fact is, there's a body, and I will be imprisoned. I don't want any of this. I want to hide under a blanket and sleep forever. After crying a lot, my eyes became much heavier and I wanted to sleep badly. I knew I could forget everything if I slept. In my case, it was the best option. I lay down on my bed, comfortably covered with a blanket, and fell asleep instantly.
Hey, are you there? Wake up. Do you really think that sleep will solve all your problems?
Sleep solves a lot of problems.
Sleep only helps to escape reality for a while, unfortunately. You're probably thinking that it would be better to not wake up at all. You might be surprised, but I think so too. Because I suffer from the fact that you're alive. I wish I could be free. Forget it. You can't help me anyway. I know you can't help yourself either. I thought there were no situations in life without a way out. But your situation, there is a way out. Honestly, but it's kind of a dead end. It's chosen when people think there's no other way. I feel sad for you. And sad to see you suffer. I'm speaking honestly, putting aside the image you've created of me.
What's my mic called? I don't know. I can find out, I guess. Hang on, it'll say... I mean, I bought it off Amazon. And it wasn't expensive. Yeah. It's just a generic mic. I like it though, it's pretty. The downside of this mic, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because there's the like the input volume thing on the bottom for how sensitive the mic is, but it doesn't have any markings on it. So yeah, that's what it is, yeah. That's what it's called. So if it's accidentally been knocked or turned or whatever, I have no idea until you guys say, hey, I can't hear you. Or, hey, you're super loud. So, yeah, but I do like... And now you can hear me again. I like that. And that it lights up when it's on. Oi, you're British. Turn your mic up, you muppet.
You just wanted to be healthy. Have a friend, a boyfriend, go to school.
But yeah, my mic is definitely nothing special.
So many kids have these things, but don't appreciate them because they consider it normal.
It summons us, doesn't it, Deathclaw? Oi, British! Get over here.
You, a lonely child, were very unlucky in life. You're actually smart and pretty. But your illness, unfortunately, you'll keep losing your mind more and more. And soon, you won't be able to distinguish imagination from reality. I feel like I should help you, even though you want to see me as a monster. It may seem untrue, but in the deepest corner of your soul, you wanted to be scared at that time. You wanted adrenaline? I don't know. In any case, monsters won't bother you anymore. And I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. I don't know what came over me. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to help. We're alone now. I know what you've been through, and you must have many questions. Like whose corpse is lying in the room. I'll tell you right away, I don't know. I'm just your imagination, and I can't distinguish reality from your imagination. You must be feeling terrible right now. Let's go outside instead. Fresh air will help clear your mind.
Fresh air sounds like a good idea.
It's night now, and the sky is likely to be especially beautiful. You've hardly ever gone outside before because of your illness. How do you like the idea?
Yes, let's go. Oh, I don't get an option.
Let's take a walk.
We quickly got ready and went outside. My house looked very ordinary, surrounded by other houses that seemed abandoned. The streets were empty. Miranda and I walked a bit away from the house and saw a huge field of dewy grass where we decided to lie down.
What a beautiful sky.
It is beautiful.
It feels like the stars are trying to talk to us. They twinkle so fast, as if they're sending a signal. Or is it aliens?
It's always aliens.
Just kidding, just kidding. And the night air smells so wonderful, combined with this slight chill. Don't you agree with me?
Yes, it's beautiful.
And that is what I'm talking about. I'm so glad we came out together. But unfortunately, that's not the only reason we left the house. We need to talk. About you. About your dreams, regrets, and thoughts. It's very sad for me to say this, but the end is known. And I think you understand what I mean.
I don't.
I'm selfish, trying to sweet-talk you when I, myself, want to break free from the shackles. But I think you also believe this is the way out, right?
I don't think we want to find a way out.
I knew you'd answer like that. You're just saying that, but deep down, I know how you feel. Because I am you. And you are me. It's strange. I wanted to talk to you, but I don't know how to start the conversation. I guess I'm too anxious. I just feel sorry for you. And I don't know how to help you. There's nothing in the world that would help you, and I know how lonely you feel. But you're not alone. You have me after all. You always talk to me when you wanted to get something off your chest. You're a kind person who wouldn't hurt a fly. And I know you have no one to talk to. Even your mother, she was always too busy to talk to you.
I mean, you might be Kate Cat. I don't know about the rest of us.
Video games will never fill the void inside you, and I understand how much your existence in the world torments you.
Okay, feels like Deathclaw is as well. How concerned for my chat should I be that you're falling in love with a goth mummy hallucination. Who says that video games will never fill the void inside you? She knows nothing. Sure, go for it, Deathclaw.
Sometimes you feel it would have been better if you were never born. Even in the event of your death, there's no one who would cry for you, right? That's the most saddening part. Usually it's only family and close ones who hold you back from the edge. But you have no one. I wish I could take your hand, the younger version of you, and lead you away from these problems. That version of you that still doesn't quite understand what makes them different from others, to make you a healthy child. Imagine your life if that were true. You would have a friend, a boyfriend, a loving mother, and a very bright future. It's what you always wanted more than anything in life. Though these are simple things, aren't they? People on the internet, they don't quite fill the void you have inside.
Don't listen to them, guys. Don't listen to them. People on the internet are important. Internet peoples are the best peoples.
Some just disappear without a trace. They delete their account forever, or they just remove you from friends. They start ignoring you as if you were never friends. They all leave. Absolutely everyone.
Yeah, the
No
writing's
one
not bad, is
will
it?
stay with you, and no one would truly worry about you. Though you, if I remember correctly, really cared for them. Sometimes it seems that all people are cruel by nature. They will betray you at the right moment to make it even more painful for you. Io was such an example for you. That's her nickname online. Because of your amnesia, you probably don't remember her. Perhaps it's for the best, but I still need to tell you, because I want you to have a better understanding of yourself.
Yep. Goth mummies are temporary. Internet strangers are also temporary. I mean, everything is if you think about it.
When you were a teenager, you actually had many friends online with whom you often spoke. And since you were children, you shared everything that happened in your life. You became friends with Io shortly before your 13th birthday. You became practically best friends, and you knew
You're gonna
about Io's
upload your brain
problems
to
in
the
life.
internet. I mean, I've got no proof that you haven't already done that.
Everyone had problems, and you worried about Io, and even cried when she was hurt, always trying to support her. When she was at the toughest moment of life and death, you saved her. But could she do the same for you? Obviously, she didn't do that for you. She just deleted her account at some point when you wrote to her about your problems. Since you knew her by heart, you easily found her new account. She added all the friends from the previous page there. All except you. And she shared photos where she enjoys life. I can't imagine what you felt looking at this. Sometimes, you even thought about writing to her. Ask what's wrong. Maybe there was a mistake. After all, you wanted to be friends with her. Even if she didn't want to support you, you still wanted to communicate with her, even without her support. That's how lonely you were. I think this has greatly affected you. You still, after years, follow her social networks, where she is happy. And it seems she's already achieved everything in life.
Yeah, what people put on the internet isn't real life. Heavily curated.
I don't know if you're happy for her, or sad, or hate her. What do you feel for her? You're too kind to her. I think your kindness will be your undoing. You never know what a person is fighting with, do you? You might think she had reasons for such an act. You're very kind. Truly.
I am very kind. But I couldn't stop thinking about something. To ask again, or maybe not. Yeah, what about the body? Who did we murder? What body? I saw a corpse there. Is it real or fiction?
I don't know. You're asking an imaginary friend what's real and what's fiction. Are you really okay? Besides, I already told you, I don't know.
I'm just not sure.
Well, then you're not sure. Forget about it for now.
Hey, Pumpkin! Long time no see. Yeah, I remember when I had like 15 follows playing Red Dead Redemption. Look at me now! I will say, take note of the content warning. It's not a joking around. This is an intense game. What's up? Things are good. How about with you?
If there really is a person there, you can't save them anyway. Enjoy the last few minutes of freedom before you get put in jail.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. This is very different from Red Dead. Okay. It was cool outside, but this cold was pleasantly chilling on the skin. I can't say I was uncomfortable. I wanted to fall asleep right on Mirana's shoulder at that moment and never wake up. I feel very cozy with her. Suddenly, I remembered a movie where a girl changed other people's lives for the better. Even though she was an introvert, she was happy for other people. I would like to be that kind of girl. To be positive and help others despite everything not being great for me. Because in the end, other people also helped her. Or I would like to be a movie director and create movies that help people, or write books. I love writing stories. You know, I could be a movie screenwriter in an alternate life. That sounds very interesting.
Don't make me laugh. Many want it, but only a few achieve it.
But imagine how cool it is to come up with a story that deeply affects someone where it changes their life. It would be the greatest achievement of my life, to change someone's life for the better.
For the better? That's a subjective concept. Good and evil are subjective.
Well, I have standard concepts of good and evil.
Even so, everyone has different standards. What seems for the better to you might seem for the worse to many. You understand what I mean?
But then how do I understand it? What is good in all senses?
Not at all. Every person is different. What can you do? Someone engages in charity, and for them, it's good. While someone else kills people and considers it charity, as it frees people from a terrible life.
And who do you want to be?
Me? Well, you came up with quite the question. How can I handle it? I'm not so thoroughly thought out as a personality. Whatever you come up with, that's what I will be.
Alright, Pumpkin, it was lovely to see you, albeit briefly. I do hope to see you again, yeah, with a shorter gap. I don't know. I think you could be a doctor. You're very calm and intelligent.
Are you kidding? Can you imagine me in that doctor's attire? That's too funny.
Yes, I imagined it. You really would be very amusing.
What kind of doctor would I be if I don't have normal fingers?
By the way, what's with them? If I'm not mistaken, you told me earlier that you'd explain it. I might be wrong, but...
That... Yes, I remember. These are gloves. Well, hands are burnt. That's why I wear gloves. I don't want you to see that. My hands look terrible.
What happened? How did it happen?
A fire, obviously.
Okay.
Don't you feel it's strange when you imagine me and ask such questions?
I thought you'd gone, Pumpkin. Yes, I got emotes. Glad you're enjoying them. I'm not saying you have to go. I'm not kicking you out. But you look so real, as if you have your own secrets and you're unusual. Ambiguous, I would say. I still haven't figured out what role you play in my life. You seem both good and bad at the same time. I don't know.
Thanks for the compliment, but because you still can't decide who I am for you.
You are never a bother. Never a bother.
You don't know yourself. How can you create a constant personality for me?
By the way, how can I distinguish what's real and what's not?
To distinguish, you need to think. Assume something. Think critically. What could really happen and what sounds illogical and unrealistic? Only in the end will you find out what's true and what's not. So,
Oh, I clicked too soon, sorry. Actually, I'm very comfortable with you. I could probably spend a whole lifetime like this. Bye, Pumpkin! It will be hard for me to part with you if I do. You know what to myself.
no, it shouldn't. You're liberating both yourself and me. You're doing a good thing.
But we could lie and talk like this forever, couldn't we? I don't need anything more in life. Just a friend who can listen and support. And I can do the same for you.
We can't talk like this forever. We'll run out of topics before an hour passes.
Maybe you're right.
Okay, let's go home now.
Okay. As soon as I set foot on the threshold, a storm of emotions suddenly overcame me. I began to think about my future. And each thought pierced me into pieces, knowing that I won't achieve anything in my life. I will be nobody. Such thoughts often bring me down to earth, reminding me of my worthlessness.
What happened? Why did you stop? What are you thinking about?
I'm not reading that out.
Why?
Because I don't want to exist in the world. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to feel pain, disappointment. I'm a coward.
A sensible decision. Thank you.
For what?
For freeing me. For no longer having to be obligated to you.
But I'm doing it more for myself. I'm sad to say goodbye to you. Thank you for supporting me in the last minutes of my life. No.
You're welcome. You imagined me to behave this way, didn't you? Apparently, you desperately wanted support and learned to control your hallucinations. Are you scared?
A little. But it's not my first time doing this, right? I should be confident about it. But now, I'm thinking about what my life could have been. Maybe I can change for the better. Yes! To live life, enjoying every moment, to do what I like. And these thoughts disturb me. What if I'm making the wrong decision? What if everything could turn out differently? What if tomorrow everything gets better and I don't live to see it? Exactly. Exactly.
No. How can everything be good for you? You will never cure your schizophrenia no matter how much you want it. Even if theoretically possible, you would still have mental disorders that would still serve as a catalyst for suicide. Or am I saying something wrong?
Unfortunately, you're telling the truth. There won't be any magical moment, no person will save me, there's nothing that will change me. There might be, you don't know. But I still hope for it, do you understand? All this time, I've been living my days in hopes. Hopes that things will eventually get better. Yes! But it only got worse. And it's just hard for me to make such a decision. I don't know what awaits me if I do it. I'm afraid of the unknown. Out of the blue, Miranda grabbed my hand and pulled me into the room. Without saying anything, she lay down on the bed. I lay down next to her. Guys, this might be what you've been waiting for. She hugged me tightly and I cried on her shoulder. I don't want to die, and I want to stay forever with her. I want to have fun again, to have her comfort me when I'm feeling bad, to be with her forever. Is that possible, or am I just imagining it?
Me too. I love you just the way you are, and I want to always support you.
It's so strange. I'm lying here with you in an embrace, but I still feel your warmth, your breath. Are you really real to me? Yeah, the eyes. Beautiful. I wish you were real, not just a figment of my imagination, but a real person.
I wish I was real too, but I'm not. You know that.
I still want to stay with you forever. You're the only one who understands me and will never leave me. You're not like other people. People are horrible. All of them. I mean, some of this, there's a few nice ones out there. You know, scattered about the place.
I understand, but not all people are bad. There are real people who will support you and love you. You just haven't found them yet. They might be out there right now, doing something at this moment. Maybe they're also going through difficulties. But at some point in your life, you'll meet them.
Yes.
And your life will change forever.
Yes.
You're just lonely, and that's why you're so attached to me. But in reality, there are many good people on this planet. You just have to step out of your comfort zone. Go outside. Enjoy the moments. Nature. Without making excuses for yourself.
Why do I feel like it's talking to me right now?
Without seeing yourself as the problem. If you like to come up with stories, you should find people who are also interested in that and discuss movies that you find interesting with them. People are social beings. They need interaction to not go crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. But I don't have the strength for that. I feel like I'm not capable of human communication. I'm much more comfortable with you.
Of course you're comfortable with me, because I'm a product of your imagination. I behave the way you want me to.
But can we just lie in here in silence for a little while?
Of course we can.
So we fell asleep. I don't know what will happen next, but I definitely felt cozy in Marana's arms. Dreams are the only escape. Oh. Thank you for playing the game. Give it another shot to try multiple endings. I also want to say a big thank you to some people. Without them, this game would have stayed just a dream. Thank you again. Yeah. So, I don't know how many endings there are. I probably won't play third again. It was a much more intense game than I was expecting. Thank you, Mr. Greypants. It was a nice game. It was an interesting game. It's not the sort of game I usually play. It started very heavy. Which I guess is fair enough. I guess that's why it started with such a serious content warning of like, this is what's in the game. I'm glad it had a relatively happy ending. Or we don't know. No idea. I don't know if any of the ads have started. Oh no, I'll be back. Well, no, I'll keep chatting. I'll keep chatting. Yeah, I don't know whether she killed her mum or not. Yeah. I mean, a good ending, you guys would have all been satisfied with that, right? I don't know if any of the other endings, like, take us down a completely different route, or... Like, I mean, if we don't take the pills right at the beginning, I don't know what difference that makes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the corpse in the bedroom was real. I don't know if it was real, if we did it. I don't know if it's her mum. There's a lot I don't know. All I know is that for now, she's sleeping. And she's relatively happy. So... No! I mean, maybe that was all just a dream. Maybe none of it really happened to her. Maybe it was all just a story she wrote on her computer. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But I did like the message at the end. I was worried it was going to end badly. I don't know if I got the good ending. No idea. And I don't know if other endings are less life-affirming. Is anything real? I mean, who knows, dude? Who knows? I mean, you're all fake internet peoples anyway. You're just all imaginary. Because people on the internet are, right? You're not real people. You're not a people anyway. You're a cat made out of cake. Or a cake made out of cat. I think we've already established, Deathclaw, that you've uploaded your brain to the internet. So, yeah. I mean, we know Frosty's an AI anyway. Yeah. I mean, hey, dude. If you're one guy with 10,000 accounts and you are spending some of those accounts in my stream, then thank you. It's very much appreciated. Okay, ads are finished. Yeah, you go to bed and dream of goth mummy, doctor lady, imaginary, whatever. Yeah. And I'm glad you enjoyed the game, those of you who stuck with it and watched it. You might want to get it for yourself. You might want to play third. It's available on Steam. I don't know where else it's available. Like I say, I was very kindly given it for free by the dev. I think it's a solo dev, and then with extra help from the people that were in the credits at the end, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, if you enjoy it and you want to get it, it's available on Steam. So guess that's where we finish for the night. Let's see if there's anyone around to raid, shall we? See if there's anyone playing something similar to this, although maybe not as intense as this. We might need a little bit of light relief. Because, whoa, that was intense. I mean, I could raid me. Gets a bit circular there, doesn't it? There's loads of people playing things. Let's go see Mad. Yeah, let's go see what Maddie's up to. Shush. I mean, if you've got a suggestion, go for it. If you want to guide the raid. Before I start the raid. Oh, alright then, fair enough. You've got things to buy. Okay, well, thank you everybody for sticking with me and watching. Thank you so much for the hype train. That was insane. Thank you for the raid from Naysay. Thank you everyone who gifted subs or paid bits or participated in any way. Thank you to everyone who just said hi. Thank you to everyone who didn't say hi but lurked. It's been an interesting stream. And I will be playing, I don't know what I'll be playing tomorrow. I'll be playing something. Same time tomorrow. Hopefully something, I think I want something a bit lighter. So I might try and find a game that's a bit less intense. Yeah, and I'll try and get my stream labels fixed as well so that they've got the right names on there, because those are not accurate. I don't know why or how to fix them, but I will look into that. On that note, hope to see you next time. Bye bye!